Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to the stream, and once again, we are ready for some more Metal Gear Solid 5. Yesterday I was playing Double Switch. I was playing a bunch of different FMV games actually. I was playing Double Switch, tried to play Dragon's Lair, that didn't work out too well. Played Straw all the way through, which was quite confusing. And then I played a little bit of Surgical Strike to close things off, or as I call it, what Michael Bay dreams of. So what's up, Friendly Tiger? Good to see you again. So I was playing Metal Gear Solid 5 off stream, just basically to build up things. I was doing the side missions, and the game is getting closer into the end game territory, so it starts throwing a lot of different cutscenes at you, one after the other. Pardon me, that are like like you can't back out and save them. Like it literally did one scene, threw me back in the air, the cutscene, like I was like, okay, let's get back in the AAC. Then it goes, hey, boss, we need you for another thing back at the base. Sucked me into another cutscene. So I had like 3 of them in a row that I've gone through and recorded. So I'll play those in probably about 10 minutes or so. We'll go through those scenes that I had to skip, unfortunately. I did record them. Like I said, I had my Elgato going, so I just hit the record and capture them that way, and I'll play them back on stream in a little bit. So we'll get around to it, but make sure nobody misses anything. And one of them is the infamous Quiet in the Rain scene when you come back to Mother Base. Starting to show hints that she really, really, really likes Big Boss. Logging in the server. So I now have the ability to Fulton Children, which is good. And I have some other side missions I need to tackle too, which I think one of them will give me the ability to do the wormhole. So that's why I want to tackle the side missions. One of them I know is for a arm upgrade. Like, so I can do the arm of JOT, or JOD, or however you say it. Basically, it's a reference to Zone of Vendors, which is another Kojima game that he worked on before Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. Actually, the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo for PlayStation 2 was sold with Zone of Vendors, so people would buy that game. Because it worked, because I bought the game, I've never played it. I think I played it maybe 5 minutes total, that's it. So they put the bundle in there. I bought an entire game, $60 game, just to play a demo for Metal Gear Solid 2 on my PlayStation 2, which is why I bought the PlayStation 2, was to buy those two things together. And so basically, like, the name of the robot in that game is JOD, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so let's see, got some resources. Daily rewards. Low race coins, excellent. Pardon me. Still losing almost all my battles, outstanding, because it's like I have almost nothing still. So I'm going to be getting my butt kicked for quite some time. Oh, it's great now, because I have like a full 100% bond with Quiet, so she starts doing things in the airplane suddenly. So, you fly here often? Hi. So she gets a little restless, and she'll start stretching, get right up in my face. Hi. And then shows me her butt. Yep, I see it. Get all quiet. Alright, so let's see. Merc deployment time automatic. Are there any side missions I can send people on? Discharge on the brig, very good. More manpower!
The development project has been added.
Okay, so let's see. Shields, body armor, directional mines. Directional mines must go.
Unit dispatched.
Alright, so let's do... We're going to do a side op, and that's not the right one. We're going to do a side op. Now we're in the right area. And... Oh yeah, I gotta extract the AI pod too. That's basically going to start the whole thing of getting rid of Huey off the base. But let's see... the hut. Begone, the Anubis, Jackal. Let's try this one.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa.
We'll do one side mission, then I'll play the videos I recorded. Let's see, so... I now have non-lethal weapons with a silencer. It's not the best silencer, but it's better than nothing. So I will take it. Hand grenade, capture cage. C4 is always good to have. I should probably bring that just in case. Whenever I don't bring C4 is when I end up needing it the most. And capture cage.
Deploying.
Alright. So once again, as always, let me know if any type of audio adjustments need to be made, because I did have the audio changed last night for the different games I was streaming. So, we'll see. Beat Double Switch, that was interesting. Got an F rank, which is outstanding again. Because they have all the special stuff hidden behind an A ranking. You have to get an A rank in the game, which in order to get that, you have to like not have more than 10 people miss a trap. You have to trap almost every single person in the game and not die, not have anything screw up. You have to do pretty much almost a perfect run. A lot of people are not going to see it, so they're not going to see all the deleted scenes, the making of videos. That stuff's going to be locked away until somebody beats it and then is kind enough to record it and put it on YouTube. So that's a kind of shame. I wrote the people who ported the game over and said, hey, can you guys like lower the requirements so fans like myself can actually see this stuff instead of trying to murder ourselves doing a perfect game, which I've never managed to do playing this game in 25 years.
Be careful down there, boss.
Plant expansion complete. Development project has been added.
Scout. Okay.
Marker placed.
Ooh, man, I had an S rank staff dying is terrible, especially this early in the game. S ranks are kind of hard to get, especially I'm starting to see one or two of them pop up in Africa now, which is great, but it's still a big loss to have them die.
Buddy has infiltrated.
On my PC version, I have to worry about like S
Select a mission.
rankings dying. Let's see, this is shields and body armor. Let's go to shields.
Unit dispatched.
That's a lot of money. But of course, it's only 61% probability. No, we'll wait.
Unit dispatched.
Okay, so let's head on out and see if we can find our mystical jackal I'm trying to find. Still nothing.
The map has been updated.
Fire at will.
No, don't.
Cover me.
No.
Cease cover fire.
Damn it. Okay, so there's a problem with this game.
Begin cover fire.
and that if you hold the down button, it is not down. They have never fixed it, and she's got a lethal rifle. Outstanding. So, if you press down, it's not down. You have to do down and mostly to the left in order to get the command to come out, or else she just starts going on a murder spree. Game. Okay, I'm not having this bullshit tonight. Not dealing with it. Yeah, so if you ever play this game, just remember that even on the PC, it's the same way, because it's not just like the PlayStation 4 controller. Down is not down when you're doing a selection menu like that. You need to go down and slightly to the left. Like right now, I am holding straight down on the controller. If I rock over to the left more, down left, it's there. This is down. That's a problem. And this is also a new PlayStation 4 controller as well, so I've verified on multiple controllers that that is the situation.
Guard post captured.
Much better. Oh yeah, she hums non-stop on the radio. 1 second. Come on in, Keiko. Come on. Come on in. It's okay. Come on. Good girl. Cat size, you want to come in and say hello? Hi. Is it time for your nap? Your evening nap? Gotta wake up from one nap to take another nap. The life of a cat is awesome. Yes. It's gotta be great being a kitty, huh? Now she's decided she wants to go up and lay down. Nope, she was gonna lay down on my video game shelf, but then decided against it, laying down in front of my TV. Alright, lay there. Cats are like 600-pound gorillas. They pretty much sleep wherever they want to, and you can't really tell them otherwise. Hey, blueprint.
Analysis complete.
Ooh, S rank.
Analysis complete. Analysis.
I'm pretty much at the point where I need bodies anyway, so pretty much as long as they're not like a troublemaker or super low, like all D rank, which I've still seen occasionally, I'm pretty much gonna abduct them and steal them.
Analysis complete.
Pick them up, come on. So yeah, if you have a PlayStation 4, I wouldn't buy this for it. If you have a PC that can play the game, definitely do it that way. As I love to keep saying over and over, like this game is pretty glitchy on PlayStation 4. It's not like game breaking, but you get weird stuff.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You, have you seen any jackals?
Where are your friends?
Map has
Subject
been
on board.
updated.
Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, I'm going to save this cargo container in order to extract myself out. So I'm not going to pick it up just yet. Jackal should be somewhere around here. Hope I heard a beep somewhere. Oh, it's quiet. It picked her up. Yeah, your radar picks up your buddy, too. Hi there.
Quiet.
approaching.
See, I'm still... Yeah, oh man, this thing is...
Marker placed.
Okay, so this search parameter area is huge. Okay. That is... Yeah, it's like almost over 400 meters? Good lord. You were going on a safari for this one.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
That's the target.
Hold still, doggo. There we go. So, dogs run in packs, wolves run in packs, or jackals run in a pack? Because, I mean, everything for, like, the animal kingdom has something different. Like, a flock of crows, or a bunch of crows, or a murder of crows, you know? There's gotta be something cool to it.
Develop markers.
Yes! Wormhole. Yes, please. Give me that wormhole action, which sounds slightly
Please
inappropriate, I
specify
guess.
a project.
Wormhole. Ooh, it's a lot of money, but I don't care. It's worth it. This wormhole allows you to extract things that are underneath platforms. So, like, if there's a cargo container indoors or inside a hangar, or a gun emplacement over inside a tent, you can extract it out. You can also do soldiers as well, which is great. So, and it doesn't matter, like, if you're in the middle of a sandstorm, you will extract them out. It does not fail, ever. So you have to worry about trying to extract something and have it fail or the person dies. It just goes right in. Downside is it's going to take like 2 hours to complete. Alright.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
It's a pretty rare animal you caught.
Yep, you can use wormholes on children soldiers and everything. Right now I have the ability to extract them anyway. It's a special balloon. I guess it's probably going to be the same balloon animation, but now I can pick them up. Basically, it's kind of like, it sounds bad, it's like saving animals. You know, like, so it basically, it gives you more fame, like, so whatever your fame rating's for, I don't know, but it basically keeps you on the good side, the light side of the force versus becoming the dark side, if you want to compare it to Star Wars, I guess. Alright, so yeah, wormholes work on everything. They are the best. So what else can I start to... Let's see, did I get challenged? Yes, I did. Okay, and development. What else can I develop? Then we'll watch the videos real quick that I had saved. This is a really good handgun. A lot of money, however. Oh, I also have my really good rocket launcher now, too. This is a sniper rifle going. Pardon me. Let's do sneaking suit just in case. Okay, so here we go. Get this going. And then I'm going to set up, we got 3 videos to watch, which won't take too long. They're only like 2 or 3 minutes each, but they are related to stories. So I'm going to pause this like this right now. And let's switch over to the video. Unfortunately, I won't be able to hear it, but I'll just be able to watch it. I don't know how to get OBS to play back audio in my head, like in my headphones I have, and not cause it to echo. Because when I've done it before, like playing the stream, it just causes a weird echo even though the microphone's not picking up anything. OBS is really bizarre, so let's get into that. I haven't skipped one. So this is the first thing I had to record because the game put me in like 3 cutscenes in a row. So this is what we missed first time around. I actually went through and got this one off of... That's right, this is the one that didn't record for whatever reason. So I had to go out and grab it off of YouTube. But it's the exact same scene. Okay. Whoa, okay, let's try that again.
Back up, kid. I said no.
I don't know what happened with the playback decided to pause. That was weird.
Stay back. It's too dangerous. Hey. Back up, kid. I said no. You have to stay back. Some things can't be helped. Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingo ya. Shabani.
It's down there. Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate. Don't even. How could you let it fall down there anyway? Hit the alarm! You go down there, and it is over. Boss! Hey! Listen to me! There is no way to recover the body. What kind of stunt was that? Trying to panic us? Look. Here.
So, if you've been playing along at home, so far, Eli, aka Liquid Snake, has tried to kill Big Boss, a random soldier at Mother Base. Ocelot has killed a kid, crushed him with a pipe in the barracks, and tried to lure other kids to their death in a chlorine-filled tank. So, they're still letting him run around like perfectly everything's fine. You know, it's like, oh, Ted Bundy, like having him in your household and just going, oh, he's fine. He's killed other people, sure, but he hasn't killed me yet. So that was scene number 1. Let's set up the next one. So there's a total of 3, so it's 1 and a 2.
Filidae family that lives in deserts and hilly
that's
terrain.
not working right.
Cute.
Yes. Let's try this again. I mean, they should have, but they didn't. I mean, it's stupid. I don't know why. I mean, the kid's obviously deranged and psychopathic, but everyone just like laughs it off. Like, oh,
Filidae
that's
family
funny.
that lives in deserts and hilly terrain. Cute,
It's like, no.
but completely lacking the nobility of an ocelot. Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
Yeah, I entirely agree. They could have made this a 100% completion award, they even having it, but
The battle gear
you're supposed to be able to
is an
play it in the
armored
field.
weapon developed to take on hostile
They took it out.
weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities.
One of the things you'll see I'll start doing is, like, I start looking around, and like, how did Huey get up there? There's, like, no ladders or anything. No door up there that I can see. Oh, there is a door up there. Okay. So, like, wait, how do you get up there? So, yeah, so originally you were supposed to be able to play, have those things deployed in the field. Like I said, they could have adjusted it back. They could always put in some kind of weakness, like they're not heavily armored, so they only take like 2 or 3 hits and explode type deal. Maybe you only have like a total of 3 shots or a super long cooldown for the railgun. They could have made it adapted to the game, but they decided not to do it. So they removed your ability to play it in the game but left all the cutscenes in order to pad out the mission time, as I've said before. So now we get on to the third video I have, the final one, which is one that people definitely like because it involves Quiet stripping down even more of her clothes, but it is Twitch friendly, so I will not get a Twitch ban, most importantly of all.
It's raining.
I love how she doesn't fall, but she floats. That is awesome. I love that ability. Doesn't fall, just floats down.
The weather will clear shortly.
And there we go. We're all We're all caught up now for the things that got missed. Like I said, these played almost like one after the other, and that's why I realized I couldn't play this game offline anymore to try to get things built up because I didn't know what's going to keep popping up for game story, story stuff. So, but now you're up to speed again. Alright, so what else we got? Let's do one more side op. We're going to do the Iblis.
Please select a landing zone.
I don't know, let's see where it's going to be at. Let's drop in over here.
Complete.
Okay, put her back on non-lethal, so she'll just start murdering everybody left and right. And good to go. Let's do it during the daytime, make it a little bit easier to see. Then we're going to go through and extract the mammal pod to work on getting Huey kicked off the base, because we don't need him anymore. He's built a tank that I can't use, and we're going to find out how much of a murderous SOB he is. Okay, so I think the Sinful Butterfly is Quiet's 50 cal, because I did get that blueprint to basically have her just have it in the game, which is a lot easier. Like, especially when you start going, like if you do repeat missions where you have to fight the sniper skulls again, having another 50 cal on hand is very helpful. Donkey! So, shooting an ass in the ass, it seems very, very literal. Very literal. Literal. Having problems enunciating tonight. Hi, you want to join your friend? You can do that. You'll both be zoo buddies. Or in the very least, carne de burro. Carne de burro. Donkey meat.
Buddy has infiltrated our
Okay, it's just the donkeys back there. So now I have to try to find a legendary Iblis, but I think I know where it's at. I think it's... Okay, good, those missions are done. This is a bridge. I think it's located like right around here, where I have the cursor. Pretty sure, at least.
Please select a mission. The map has been updated. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Body armor.
Unit dispatched.
There we go. Okay, that's just quiet up there. In the early versions of this game, when they were showing it off to the press and making trailers, this is actually where you'd find Dee Dee, your dog. But then they must have changed around the order of the missions. This is like about maybe close to a year before release or so, maybe 9 months or so out. Then they must have shuffled around the order of the levels, because this is like halfway into the game, just about, before you finally get to Africa. So they moved the dog's location to Afghanistan instead. Not really, unfortunately. I think the last version that supported, like, you could do mods, I think ended at 1.10. Is if you try to do anything else to the game, it starts triggering anti-theft software and anti-cheat devices and things like that. It's only on the PC, so, which is a real shame, because even stuff like Reshade, which basically allows you to go through and tweak stuff, just like add in anti-aliasing or other filters, improve how games look, will trigger this. It will not load the game. Like, it'll start to load up the game and it'll just stop dead. Like, you can't, it's like black screen, it won't even fire up. Pardon me.
Analysis complete. Analysis.
So it's kind of a shame, because there's some really cool mods you can do to this game. Like, the one I really wanted to try out was the, like, ultra realism. So, like, guards can, like, see, like, as far as you can, just about. They have really good hearing. So it makes it a little more realistic to play. Yeah, I could have sworn it was, like, over around here. The bird. There it is.
That's the target.
I was right. So I'm sure there is a way to still modify the game. I'm sure that if you go on, I think it's Nexus, but I think you have to pay to be a member of the site, which really sucks. I hate websites that do that, like, hey, here's some cool mods, and you have to pay us like $5 a month membership fee or whatever to be a member. to get these cool mods. For me, that's not cool. But I'm sure they have a couple guides on how you might be able to do it still, or downgrade yourself backwards to an earlier version of the game so you can do these modifications.
Side op completed.
Yes.
Side ops list
Zoe,
updated.
Zone of Enders, Geody. Okay, that's a decoy. That is a real dude.
Analysis complete.
Night, real dude.
Caution.
I don't like
New
balloons.
approaching development project has been added.
Yes, I extracted a bird. Go figure. Don't think about it too hard. Your brain will melt. I am not responsible for any brain meltage that may happen on the stream. There we go. I was like, please go down, sir. I'm trying to extract your friends. And most importantly, the anti-aircraft gun. Hopefully there's no directional mines, because they will mine this area. So, gotta be kind of careful for that.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Let's see. Helicopter right up there.
Support helicopter requested. Extraction arrived at mother base. Enemy equipment detected. Alert dispatch.
Unfortunately, while I have rubber bullets now, they do not knock people out for long.
Analysis complete.
It's like you will sometimes just like go through and stun somebody like this, and they'll get up in like 30 seconds or less.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by. Subject on
Support
board.
helicopter
Leave
has
the rest to us.
arrived.
But I've always wondered what would happen, like either if you were to extract somebody, like an animal or like a soldier underneath the helicopter blades, what would happen? Like if it would kill them or crash the helicopter. Kind of don't want to do that. Unfortunately, they do not, Friendly Tiger, so your choices would basically be emulation. So you can actually emulate Metal Gear Solid 1 on a PlayStation emulator really well. Depending on your computer, you can also do Twin Snakes, which is Metal Gear Solid 1 but with special graphics and crazy cutscenes on the GameCube as well.
Extraction arrived at mother base.
Can't remember. I think Metal Gear Solid 2 runs. Yeah, for Metal Gear Solid 2 on the PlayStation 2 emulator runs reasonably well, but like some of the cutscenes started to get a little laggy. So when I played it, I did it on the 360 instead. So unfortunately, they don't have PC releases. Metal Gear Solid 2 actually, I think 1 and 2 did have official PC releases, but we're talking like 15, 16 years ago, and they're very hard to track down. And I know for Metal Gear Solid 2, the PC port, you have to do like a lot of different patches to get it up and running, but people have done it before. But if you have an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3, you can get the HD collections, which is Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and Peace Walker. For, I think I got my copy for like $10. It's 3 games for $10, and it actually has Metal Gear 1 and 2. We're talking the MSX games, not Metal Gear Solid or the Nintendo versions, the original MSX computer versions translated in English. So there's a couple different ways to do it cheap. But like I said, if you're looking to play at least one, you can either do PlayStation emulator or GameCube, depending on how good your computer is. I don't know how old your computer is or what specs you have, to be honest, so... Sometimes I tell people, like, you know, hey, do emulation. They're like, I'm running on a Chromebook. Can I do this? No. It's like, I'm surprised your computer doesn't scream in agony every single time you turn it on, to be honest. But if you have a reasonable, like, if you can play video games, like games on Steam on it, which are kind of decently graphical, fine, you should be okay.
Unit dispatched.
Alright, so let's go visit Mother Base. We're gonna touch down, take a shower, raise the people's morale, and then we're gonna head out and get the mammal pod, which is back in Afghanistan.
Weather will clear.
So, Friendly Tiger, let me ask you, like I said, I don't know much about you other than you watch my streams and you're friendly and possibly might be an anthropomorphic tiger or a person posing to be a tiger. But, like, do you know what your computer specs are? Because I can kind of give you an idea if it'll run or not. Like, I don't know how computer savvy you are or emulation savvy. Oh, I'll shut up here. Cutscene. Yeah, so this is a cutscene we've seen before, but now with extra scenes because they were padding out the game. So we watch her get tortured again, like, who are you working for? For no reason.
Talk.
Like I said, this is the exact same scene from earlier, but we're padding out the game.
Anything? Still living up to her name. How about you drop the act? Who infected you with a parasite?
We can't let her talk. Put it back.
All I want's a name. That won't trigger anything. Tell me. Tell me! Your lungs have been barbecued. There's traces of rubbing alcohol in your alveoli. This was found adhered to your lungs, intact. A petal. White Star of Bethlehem. The hospital. Skullface sent you to Cyprus to kill Snake. You were burned inside and out. that should have been the end of it. But, all things considered, you look pretty damn healthy to me. We have Skullface to thank for that, right?
I was the only one capable of applying them to parasite therapy. Until he stole them from me.
Why do we have an old man watching me torture you?
Did Skullface send you? Or did you have your own score to settle with the boss?
That is Code Talker. He is an old man who basically created all the parasites.
Refreshing? Salt water.
No! She'll die.
His life isn't yours to take. Enough.
That's enough. If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us. She's had plenty of chances. She can talk. She's not here to kill anyone. You're wasting your time. It doesn't matter why she's here. She works for you now. She's in love with the legend.
Just like me.
What makes you so sure?
I was the same way once.
So I'm dancing in the rain like a bunch of twits.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy?
What if you're a spy?
Or you?
What's a spy?
Go on all day.
Carrying around shotgun shells, and I don't shoot shotguns.
Boss.
Let her go. She won't speak, so she can't spread the infection.
Yeah, what if it's a spy versus spy? Then what then? Mad Magazine was onto something. Let me cut off your bikini. I mean your ropes. Although technically she could have slipped out of those ropes anytime because you saw her slip out of handcuffs earlier, so...
Nabagitin Tish? Mish Nagitin Ti.
Oh.
Idiki Black Anat E.
I'm gonna turn up a little bit.
Oh. Ako kode jisdesni.
Dne Bizad.
Belagana gesnita. Katobe yasteta. Asetota. Dodoにした。ドドにした。
And she doesn't, unless you play one specific level. And that is, I think it's mission 40 or 41. Basically, Quiet goes missing. She's in Afghanistan. You have to go rescue her. And it's just like non-stop barrage of tanks and everything else. And you get severely injured. And it's in the middle of a sandstorm, and your mother base is trying to desperately find you and Big Boss to extract you out, and soldiers are closing on your position. So she has no choice. So she speaks English on the radio to the pilot, like Morpho or Ishmael, I forgot which one he is. Like, hey, I'm over here. The guy's like, Quiet, is that you? He's like, holy crap, I've never heard you talk before. She's like, shut up and come and get us. So she knows that it's only a limited amount of time before she becomes highly infectious and will kill everybody. So she leaves. She basically walks off in the middle of the sandstorm to go die by herself because it's going to kill her, and she doesn't want anybody else to die. So yeah, there is a way you can skip it though. It's basically if you have a 100% bond with Quiet, which I do, and if you have her emblem up on the mother, like on the base, which I don't have yet, it locks it out. So you can't do it. It just basically, it's permanently grayed out. It used to be that if you did that mission, you lost her permanently. And people complained. I mean, like, because they're like, oh my god, I didn't know that you're going to permanently lose her. That sucks. I'm like, well, it fits in with the game of the phantom pain. Loss, loss of limbs, loss of your base, loss of language and everything there. Loss of one of your best people. And, Big Boss loses a person that he loves. So that fit with the game, but then due to Backlash, they patched it in so you could get her back. You have to do mission 11, where you normally get her the first time, like 3 or 4 times in a row, and then she comes back into the game. So I don't even want to deal or bother with that, so I played it one time and just never did it again. So I will not be tackling it on this one, because it's just kind of a pain in the butt. It's unnecessarily long and hard. Probably hear my dog barking upstairs. Yeah, so if you put up, I can't do it right now, but if you put up like the emblem, like you see where it says DD, like up in the top right there, you change like the background to be the butterfly for Quiet, it will lock it out. Okay, no problem.
Please select a mission. Development project has been added.
Thank you for stopping the infection, boss.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Thank you for taking in those animals, boss.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. 8 gigs of RAM is a little low, but I mean, you should still be able to run pretty much everything, no problem. So you should be able to play, PlayStation 1 emulator without a doubt. But I mean, PlayStation 2 games and things of that nature should be no problem, really. Yeah, so you got a 1060. It's pretty close to what I have. I have a GTX 960 4 gig overclock, which is pretty close comparatively to the 1060. So, yeah, so basically if I can run it on my computer, then you should be able to do it too, so. Yeah, so if you ever, look into, the Dolphin emulator or anything like that, then you'll definitely be able to run it, no problem. So you should be able to play at least Metal Gear Solid 1 on your computer, possibly 2 on an emulator through PCSX2. Should not be a problem. Well, for PlayStation, I do either one of 2 emulators. I use either RetroArch or I use EPSXE. And for EPSXE, I use version 2.0 because 2.5 I found has like different problems for whatever reason. It's like it's the newest version, but it seems to be like least compatible, so I don't really use that one a whole lot. Let's see. RetroArch, however, is pretty decent. It's like a multiple emulator in one, so it's a little bit of a learning curve and a little bit tricky to set up. But I did put everything in one place. Shareable link. So if you want to set up RetroArch, I have everything in a G drive in a shared folder, which has the latest version of it, the BIOSes you'll need, so you can pretty much play everything in there. You can't play PlayStation 2 just yet. I even have like written out instructions in there as well to basically follow, and it should set up everything for you as long as you follow that there. So if you want to do that, you can do it that way. Or EPSXE 2.0.0 is the other emulator that I use for it. For PlayStation 2, I use something called PCSX2, but I use 1.5. That is a overall PlayStation 2 emulator, which pretty compatible. It seems to work for a lot of games. They haven't had an official update in a while, which is kind of sad. I'm hoping they'll get back to it. And of course, if you're ever looking for games, and if you come across a wonderful place called MU Paradise and you're bummed out because nothing works anymore, go to that link, follow the directions. I have gone through and double checked everything. It does not put any type of spyware, malware, no viruses, anything on here. Follow the directions on that link, and you can download anything you want from pretty much anything you need from MU Paradise. Because they quote-unquote shut down. All they did was basically remove the scripting from the web page to allow downloads. That puts it back in. So happy hunting on that. That should get you pretty much all set up. Just about. Because MU Paradise was like for 20 years like the biggest, safest place to download games from. Because there are a lot of places, even still, that are like still loaded with malware and pop-ups and everything you do not want to have on your computer. So that should help. So when they said that they were gonna basically stop having ROMs on their site, a lot of people falsely attributed like, oh, stupid Nintendo shutting them down. It's like, it wasn't Nintendo. They got cold feet and quit.
Please select a landing
Let's
zone.
see. I need to get to... Let's see, that's the back strip. This is the building I need to get into. Pretty sure this is the building. So I'm going to land
Heading
here.
to Afghanistan.
Yeah, so people started blaming Nintendo for it, but on their why they're pulling down the ROMs thing, they're just like, well, we don't want to possibly ever have Nintendo come after us or any other company, so we're just gonna not allow downloads anymore. But they're still on their servers, so yeah, it's a good place to check. Let's see, equipment is fine, buddy's fine. I will need items. Let's do night vision goggles just in case. Pardon me. I changed my camouflage. And then I'm gonna back out and check development real quick. I know I got the bird, but I can't remember what it gave me the ability to develop. I think it's the... Oh yeah, it's the Zone of Enders teleportation arm.
Please specify a project.
It's kind of a funky thing. Yeah, Hand of Geode. So what it does is, like, you have a limited range. The more it gets upgraded, the farther it can shoot out. But you can basically grab people from a distance away and instantly put them in a CQC hold. It'll like teleport them to you. Stun arm, when you have it fully upgraded, which is, you can actually have it shoot down lightning, which is pretty crazy. Let's see, what other stuff can I do? Parasite suit lets you basically have the abilities of different parasites, really, of the different skulls. All you have to do is pick up their bodies, and you can use them. So, like, you can either have heavy armor, or you can do invisible, and there's another one I've forgotten exactly what it does. But you need to develop the abilities to use it. So I've grabbed up a couple bodies where I can do, like, the heavy guys, like, throw the big giant rocks at you. So, let's see. So I can basically get, like, heavy armored up. Let's not do that. What do I need for one of these? Intel teams to be way higher than I need right now. Sniper rifles, let's see what else we got. Okay, so I need to basically unlock one of these in order to get to one of these basic routes here in a little bit, so I need to get the medical team up higher. This is a pretty decent sniper rifle, so it's like semi-automatic instead of bolt operated, so you can pump out rounds a lot faster. And parasite suit a little bit faster. Let's also just, might as well go ahead and develop that one parasite so I can just test it out for a little bit. So there's armor, I think another one is speed, and then the last one's like invisibility. So let's say I need to do parasite suit. I thought, okay, this is the upgrade for it. I'm getting confused. Maybe I did it already, huh? Okay. Nope, there it is. Camouflage, okay. So that's the recent one I got. Let's see, how much precious metal? Only 120? Sure, why not? Alright, now let's go do that side mission.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Yeah, so what you do with the camouflage suit, or the parasite suit, is you have these here, but then you need to also pick what you're going to have. So let's see, I think it's items? Yeah, so parasite armor. So basically, you can enhance your armor with this one if I were to use it, so I get like all full of rocks like the skulls do. So, I'm not going to use that though. But it looks cool. I mean, it looks kind of really interesting, but unfortunately, you don't really use it a whole lot.
Deploying.
And there's like 3 types of skulls. You usually end up encountering the heavy armored ones. Sniper ones I've only encountered one time. And like the very first mission where you go to rescue Kaz, there's some other ones there too. I think they're speed based. But those are like the only 2 times you ever encounter them. Either the sniper mission where you go to rescue Code Talker, where you get into the sniper battle against 4 of them, or the one you're supposed to outrun them with a horse. And you don't do too well on that.
Be careful down there, boss.
There's usually 2 wolves running around. There used to be. Weird. Yeah, so that used to be like right over here, just running around having a good old time.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
Yeah, if you don't clear out the mines, like the mine mission,
Enemy
there's usually a couple of them
presence
sprinkled
detected.
around here
The
to
map
thwart
has
you
been
on your
updated.
basic infiltration, so let's take a look around. There's always a guard here.
Analysis
I need to get
complete.
into that building.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
And this right here is power generator.
Analysis complete.
Usually a sniper up top. Usually, usually like as soon as I say like there should be somebody here and there isn't, comes a truck. Yep, I have been here before. This is actually where I rescued Huey, so you have a couple of different side ops too. So I need to go back because there was like the mammal pod, which was left over from Peace Walker. It had the memories of the original boss put in there. And when I say original boss, she was from Metal Gear Solid 3, the woman who trained Big Boss herself.
Analysis complete.
And then it turned out that Huey stuffed the mother of his child into it and recorded her slowly suffocating to death because she didn't like him testing the new Metal Gear in this game on their son. Said Huey is like the worst person ever.
Development complete.
Oh, shoot, momentum. So you might have something useful. What do you got?
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
I wonder what balloon technology you need in order to have, like, just lift you up and stop right there, then shoot you up in the air.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
I always ask the question like, are you gonna extract him? Dude, what did I just do? Put him on a balloon and whipped him up in the air. I'm pretty sure that means I'm extracting him.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching. Development complete.
And here we are. Woo! Nipple surf. Okay, I thought we were here. I'm in the wrong building. Alright, yeah. Good job.
Sun will set shortly.
But there's resources, so I'll take it anyway. Yes, this is where it was originally kept, but apparently they moved into a different building. So it was right over here. Not cool. Okay, so it means it's probably in here. What I need the AI for, I don't know. They needed to prove something that, like, Huey was a traitor. It doesn't make sense to me either, because why would you need the old AI core of a Metal Gear you destroyed? It doesn't make sense. So let's set a waypoint. It'll be up here.
Marker placed. Weather will clear shortly. Map has been updated.
There we go. As long as I get indoors, it's fine, because then they can't... If they trigger an alarm or an alert, then all the doors lock. Run pong.exe. Well now, that was unexpected.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus?
Extraction
Well, the Soviets
arrived
recovered
at
his body.
Metabase.
Could he really be dead?
Development
Head for
project has been
Yaha-Obu's
added.
supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, and this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin.
Database and documentation. Strangelove's memento. Okay. Oh, yes. So now I can use the bandana, which is basically what the original boss used to wear, and Big Boss as well. It basically gives you better healing ability. So actually, that's all done. I can just extract here. I don't even need to get out of the base and run my way out. Shortcut for the win. Oh yes, this is great. The hamburgers of Kazuhiro Miller. This man is paranoid, but you know what? He's got a mission.
I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat?
I thought you don't eat.
I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings, and we affirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude.
Sorry, it's, hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a five-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Even we Diné have become Americanized. I eat them often back home.
And you just can't let them go. Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America. And you asked for hamburgers.
We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish, providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing?
Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis.
Quality gameplay.
Balance has nothing to do with it.
Listening to men talk about hamburgers.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry. I do too.
I'll put extra spit in it.
One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
I look forward to it.
Please select a landing zone.
I can't remember if the base is abandoned or not for this mission, so let's see.
Deploying.
So like I said, I can't remember if if the base is abandoned for this mission or not, so that's why I'm taking the back route, just to make sure.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I guess that kind of answers that, huh? Right, scout.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Buddy has infiltrated our map. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
No anti-aircraft gun over here. Just a pile of boxes.
Fire!
And that is why Quiet is one of the best girls.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Hands up. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Right in the eyeball.
Fleet supplies requested.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Supply drop complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Well, at least he didn't wake up. I mean, sleep screamed.
Speak. Where are you from?
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Spit it out.
Subject on board.
So I remember like the Man on Fire's body being like right here in the middle. Guess they probably have it back in the hold. Up there it is. Yeah.
You gotta extract him. You can disrupt communications between enemy outposts by destroying...
Hey, what's going up? Dabaruz. I think that's how you say your name. I'm terrible at Twitch names. Hello! Just in time to see the reanimated ghost corpse of Volgan from Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh yes, cool. As have I. I'm just doing Metal Gear Solid 1 through 5 though, all the way through, so... Getting towards the end, thankfully. This has been the longest of the games I've had to play so far. Snake at some point has to wonder like how much like trauma he's actually having. He's just from the shrapnel in his head causing all this stuff. Mr. Ed, no! That horse was 2 days from retirement.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
What? You mean it's not a gerbil? I mean, the game loves to give me gerbils. I'm betting that's pretty much it. So, I mean, the game hasn't told you, but I mean, everybody figured it out right away that you're not really Big Boss. I mean, he's already technically dead, but Psycho Mantis brings him up back to life again.
Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Those are the sniper skulls I had to fight. And here are the ones that give you all the body armor.
Has been added.
So I have a zoo full of animals and I have a zoo full of skulls. Makes sense.
You said Skullface ordered a room? Volgan, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with a Shagohod during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgan's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow. But modern medicine couldn't explain why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will. To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgan was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground. And Volgan's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan.
Yeah, the game takes place in 1984.
Back in 64, in Seleniarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive.
Roger.
The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age, where nothing we...
Exactly, it's Psycho Mantis' origins. He's the kid who's flying around with all the red hair. So, apparently Volgan was dead, but not quite dead. And Psycho Mantis is pretty much controlling him, so, yeah. I like a memento. Corpse. Delicious corpsicles. Okay, let's see. Combat deployment. Who can I send out on a mission to die? I mean, bring back resources for the glory of Mother Base.
Please select a mission.
Ooh. It's a pretty decent chunk of gold. Let's see, what do we got for surveillance? Yeah, I can live with that. Decoys, machine guns, riot suits. No can do for riot suits.
Unit dispatched.
Be gone, riot suits.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
So I think if I do one more mission or side op, I think that triggers finally Huey getting kicked out. I'm not sure, it's been a while, so I'm just going to go through and reassign people as well real fast. Have it do the auto, because I don't think it's throwing people into my... Yeah, like my security team is still ridiculously low. So, let's see, not sort, auto assign.
Staff assigned.
There we go, got some more people into it. Okay, good.
Please select a mission.
Yeah, mission
Please
list.
select a mission.
Cursed Legacy. Yeah, so these are just basically repeats of missions I've already done, just with the harder difficulties to them or certain requirements. This is actual move the story forward.
Boss, research materials have been stolen from Code Talker's mansion. The materials were packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. You have to recover those containers. The pickup crew coming for those documents is none other than XOF. That's right. They're still active, even after Skullface's death. Now that he's no longer in charge, their original chain of command has been restored.
Clouds.
Meaning if XOF gets those documents, Code Talker's research ends up in Cypher's hands. According to Code Talker, the research papers stored in that mansion account for over 50 years of study. The problem is the vocal cord parasites. If the papers documenting that research fall into Cypher's hands, they'll take another long, hard look at them. The ethnic cleansers we thought were history will become a reality. America, Zero, will have a weapon far more powerful than any nuke. Even worse, if this knowledge were to leak, the world, humanity, can't be entrusted with this kind of power. Recover the containers before the enemy extraction choppers arrive.
So I remember this mission being a little tricky, like it's kind of easy to find one cargo container, then the second one is a little bit harder to find.
Mission accepted.
And quiet, unfortunately, is not much of use here because it's heavily wooded in the jungle, so you can't really see what's going on.
Heading to Central Africa.
So I'm gonna bring D-Dog with me. She's got a 50 cal, but like I said, kind of useless. Hurt me. Back out.
Clouds approaching.
Develop a bandana, which apparently costs a lot of money to do. I don't know why. What else can I do for buddies?
Please specify a project.
Oh yes, the furry corn. Oh, cool. This is the suit that I like. Chunk of change, but it'll be cool. Because, I mean, it's something that Quiet wears. It makes it look more tactical. Instead of just running around in a bikini. Let's see, bandana. Oof, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we'll hold off on it for now.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
Equipment, primary. Unfortunately, I'm going to be encountering like, a lot of heavily armed guys, so... Do shotgun. And we'll go with a 50 cal just for fun. Okay, secondary weapons. That will blow them up. We'll just go full lethal. Might as well. And let's see, support weapons I do not need. I'll keep those. Capture cages are always good. I always drop down one whenever I land. Night vision, don't need. Stealth camo, don't need. Since I'm going full ham, might as well go with the full battle dress too.
Deploying.
Because unfortunately, the guys you, if I remember correctly, you're basically encountering heavily armored guys, like they're in riot suits. So a lot of your guns are just going to bounce off them. Unless you have like a shotgun or a 50 cal. So, you know, something that's had like high penetration and force behind it, so... Actually, a stun grenade probably would have been really good to bring too. Oh boy, my pain pills just wore off. Oh, good lord. I'll tell you, when you live with like constant horrific pain, you learn that like your pain pills do not wear off slowly. They run off like that, like a snap of a finger. It's like, it's the best way to describe it is like falling off a cliff. It's sudden, it's fast, it's violent, and you don't expect it coming. So.
One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
So this game doesn't like expect you to be able to do Fultons at this point for cargo containers, which is kind of weird because I've had that ability for a long time. So, pet the doggo. So I remember there's one like right around.
Has been updated.
I want to say like right around here.
Marker placed. Development project has been added.
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the targets. Watch yourself.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Alright, boy, where's the enemy? They're down there.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected.
Visibility in the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time.
Feel the roots.
Old man, get off the radio.
Become one with
Marker
the forest.
removed.
The forest is aware of the enemy's noise. You.
Guards,
And the
you
map
must know where
has
the
been
containers are.
updated.
Just about, unfortunately.
Squeeze it out of them.
I mean, especially when it got to the point of the game where the missions do overlap, like you start having repeats. Yeah, well, unfortunately, like, I've brought it up here before, is that basically the game is unfinished. It really is. There's no other way to describe it. I mean, the game literally is only about maybe,
select a strike point.
as I like to say repeatedly, about close to 60%
Our
done.
early warning radar still hasn't picked up the enemy choppers. But it's only a matter of time before they arrive.
It's fun. I mean, I like the game. I complain about it, but I like the game or I wouldn't be playing it. But yeah, it's clearly not finished. There's also landmines around here too, so I can't be going too wild out.
Analysis complete.
Target extraction confirmed.
Extraction
That leaves one
arrived
target
at
to go.
motorbase.
Take care of the next one. Boss, our early warning radar just picked up the enemy choppers.
Detected. The
We'll
map
keep you
has
informed
been
of their
updated.
ETA. Hurry up and extract the target. You can't go firing on the XOF choppers. If we attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean,
It's not now.
I can see what he was going for, but at the same time he failed miserably like Kojima. Because this game was like supposed to be how Big Boss turned evil. Like how he became a bad guy from like Metal Gear 1, and it just didn't happen.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Because you're not Big Boss, and that was the whole thing, like, you're not Big Boss, and then Ocelot's not his normal self, he's not crazy as hell.
Please select a strike point. Strike
So it's like, there are a lot of problems with the game. Like I said, I like it, but it's like, eh. I didn't really like Peace Walker, to be honest. I think maybe it was just a control scheme. I tried it for PSP on emulator. I do have the HD version for the 360, so I've played it slightly a little bit, but it just didn't click with me. I know that there are people who love Peace Walker, but for me it's just like, eh. I'm kind of like ambivalent to it. See ya.
Target extraction confirmed. Time to go.
The map has been updated.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
I don't. When I first tried like Metal Gear Solid 5 online, I don't know if they fixed it ever, but I mean, it was like the first day or two was kind of interesting on the PlayStation 4, but then it quickly became like overrun by cheaters and hackers. So it's like, whoa, and like for the longest time, Konami just didn't care about like trying to ban anybody. So yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I might try it again, but I'm playing this on PlayStation 4, but I do have a completed file on the PC. Ooh, I haven't really played 4. I don't have an Xbox One, but I know it is on PC. They do have it on PC, but I just haven't tried it yet because it's like $60 and I'm poor as hell. And it's like 105 gigabyte download, which is absolutely insane. But I did like the first Gears, like Gears 1 through 3, I thought was pretty cool.
Boss, we got Code Talker's research materials back in one piece. The medical team has them under lock and key in the quarantine facility. The material should help the research into the vocal cord parasites. Cypher won't be getting their hands on them now. Good. You captured it alive.
Good. More tapes for Kazuhiro's hamburgers. They're deliciously paranoid. They're full of paranoia. I just thought it was kind of interesting. Games like Resident Evil 4 kind of set the mold for action games and stuff, like over-the-shoulder aiming. I think it had been done before, but like it just kind of nailed like the formula for it. Everybody kind of started copying from that point. It's kind of like how Mario 64 set the bar for 3D games. Like, okay, this is the bar and how you can do it. You just improve from that point. You hate Resident Evil 4? Get out of here.
Side ops list.
I was kidding, I like it.
AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's
I like 4.
research
I don't think it's the best game ever,
found
but
inside a corpse.
it's decent. It's good. 5 is not that fun single player, but if you play it with like 2 people, like co-op, then it's great. It's a lot of fun. 6 for me was just a train wreck.
Still, the remains were mostly skeletal.
But I mean, Resident Evil 4 has been ported to so many things. It's coming out for the Switch now. It's like, I'm checking. It's kind of like Skyrim. It gets ported to everything.
Someone we knew very well.
Yeah, it wasn't really creepy until you get to like the castle in Resident Evil 4. So then you had like the cult members, especially that one section where they just keep bum rushing you non-stop, which is exercise in frustration. And that's when it kind of got creepy for me at that part where you get inside the castle. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But if you've never seen it, like, look up Resident Evil 3.5 on YouTube. You can see what, like, one of the aborted attempts for Resident Evil 4 was going to be. It was still fixed cameras. You had, like, these weird ghosts chasing you. It was kind of interesting, like, what it could have been.
Originally.
Here we go. This is story related.
Yes, Strangelove was doing AI research in that lab.
Well, this won't play
Why
out.
hide that until now? Why? Okay, so what? I wasn't working alone. You've got to understand. You do understand, right? I didn't want to drag her into this. It's my load to bear, alone.
So you didn't create the AI intended to drive Sahelanthropus. It was Strangelove.
Skullface was never in favor of AI control. So naturally they argued. Strangelove, she got him angry and he killed her.
How? You didn't see it? So you found her inside that pod after the fact. And you just left her body to rot in there. Or perhaps you put her in there afterward.
I asked him not to take her away from me.
So she was killed by Skullface, but you asked nicely, and he put her body in the AI pod for you?
That's right.
Pathetic. You know, we have another idea. That you killed her.
Me?
Well, it's gonna be better than the PlayStation 2 port. I mean, it's what a lot of people played, but the graphics, oof, muddy.
I wouldn't. Don't treat me like one of you. I can't just kill anyone whenever I feel like it.
Sometimes that's like you start talking about a game, you're like, oh, now I want to play it.
Oh, I see. So you just shut her inside and waited for her to die.
I would never do that.
What, you mean she killed herself?
Yes. She climbed inside that pod and shut the door. It can't be opened from the outside. It was suicide. Suicide, I said. She killed herself. She got in when I wasn't looking and suffocated. She'd often try to do things like that. By the time I realized and opened the door, she wasn't breathing. I got scared and shut the pod again. I couldn't bring myself to open it back up. That's right. Me kill her? What is wrong with you?
I see. Just tell me one more thing.
Haven't you gotten enough today?
Okay, I see it's a painful memory. You don't have to answer, just listen to the question. You see, we examined her remains. She had a scar on her lower abdomen, a surgical scar. It had been stitched up and had fully healed, meaning it was long before her death. She had a child, didn't she?
Clouds approaching.
Your child. Where's the kid?
How should I know?
So there is a child.
I've never seen his face.
What do you take us for?
They took it all. Even my child. I didn't even know he'd been born. I lost everything.
How old would he be?
It's 4 years since then.
And you know it's a boy.
Strangelove said so.
And his name?
We called him Hal, even though I never saw his face.
I'm gonna call him Otacon. I hope he doesn't inherit my weak bladder. Alright, let's check see if there's any troublemakers in here. Get rid of them. Yep, couple. And one's in the brig. They're gone.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
Challenge task completed. Alright, and there we go.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit
All right.
Dispatched.
Let's try to think of like quick, easy things to send people out on. Biological materials. That's kind of long. Do our quick mission.
Unit dispatched.
Alright, so
Please
let's
select a
see.
mission.
Yeah, so unfortunately you have to do
Please
like one of
select
these
Atlantis
repeat
heading
missions
to
in order to move the
Mother
game
Base.
forward. So I'll have to pick one. I'll do the extreme back up, back down. I think that's the one where I think it's what it's called. It's where you ride around blowing up all the tanks and stuff. It's not too hard of a mission to complete. Okay.
Hey.
Quit spying on me.
Eyes on Kazuhira.
A message from the parasites.
Snake time is my time.
Clouds approaching.
Boss, welcome home.
Hi, how you doing?
Boss, let's have a mock battle.
Okay, you're gonna lose. Ready? Here we go. Get up. Alright, so let's do another mission. Beat a man into a coma, give him brain damage. Thanks, boss. He's the best.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad, on station at LZ.
Please select a mission.
Gaining altitude.
And close. Okay. Cool. So I also have the rocket launcher that I really like, the multiple one, like the one that shoots out multiple missiles. Alright, so let's go blow up some stuff. Let's see. Back up, back down. Here we go.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, secondary, let's go with a handgun. Okay, support weapons, C4. Actually, I might need C4. Let's see. I'm just gonna blow the crap out of stuff. Actually, no, I can I can extract things. Let's do mines and that personnel. Okay, so that's good. Do it during the daytime so I can see what's going on. That's a biggie. I've done this at night. It's a little bit trickier. It doesn't make it like necessarily harder, but it's a little easier when you can see everything in the full daylight. You can judge better what's coming in the distance. It's extremely radical.
Boss, your objective is to eliminate as many enemy combat vehicles as you can. For this mission, we're backup for the guerrillas' offensive. That means our mission isn't over until theirs is. Keep an eye on the remaining time. Also bear in mind that you'll fail the mission if you don't take out a single vehicle. As for payment,
I love that, like, you basically just have to, like, take out one vehicle, that's it.
give them a real fireworks show. Check the target's locations on your map. Once you've spotted incoming reinforcements, their location will be added to your iDroid too.
Be careful down there, boss.
Embargo
There we go.
closed.
A little better placement, so that way I don't have it on there permanently. Whoa! Horsey, get up.
We have information on new targets. Check your iDroid for that predicted.
That guy is a good shot.
The map has been updated.
Unfortunately, while you have like extra armor, your horse does move incredibly slow.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Go around. Hey, it's Nimix. What's up? Good to see ya. Let's see. That's the bridge. Oh jeez, it's hidden behind a rock. Okay, cool. Got it.
Got any more in you?
Let's see.
Boss, we spotted a four-wheel drive transporting a prisoner. It's not part of the mission.
Please
You can bust
supplies
them loose,
requested.
just if you have the time to spare.
The map has been updated. Supply drop complete.
Boss, you're doing great. Plenty of targets eliminated. Just the pace I'd expect.
Whoa, whoa!
Okay, so it's just one. That thing's gonna get wiped out. Where is this guy? He's coming down the path. Okay.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I forgot on extreme there's no reflex mode. Whoa, shotgun. Get on the horse, let's run.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You've got other targets closing in. You can check their predicted route on your iDroid.
Stay in.
The map
Okay, good.
has been updated.
Boss, that prisoner we rescued provided some intel.
Enemy
We now know the
presence
location
detected.
of a hidden...
Said you extracted him from a balloon inside the Jeep? Really? That's cruel.
The map has been updated.
Whoa! Who's got missile launchers? What? Everything should be destroyed. Good lord.
Boss, need a little extra firepower? We spotted a Soviet weapons transport truck.
Still haven't accepted it yet? I mean, it's like 11 yes to 0 no's. Why haven't they just gone through and accepted it?
Cargo was something pretty powerful. What do you think? Should we make them share?
It's crazy.
Tread carefully, boss.
Supply drop.
Please select a drop point.
Let's drop it right here.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Okay, it's good to know that my ATB mines are not really destroying them.
The clouds approaching.
That's not good to find out.
Please supplies requested.
Boss, that's incredible.
Supply
You're taking them
drop
out faster
complete.
than they can come in. The guerrillas' operation is going smoothly, too. Keep it up.
Can you ride a zebra? No, but as you know, I can take one with me. That'd be interesting if they were. Okay, if it's gonna stop there, I'm gonna bombard it.
Please select a strike point. Strike requested.
Yes. Have you ever seen like a liger? Those things are crazy. It's when you like made a lion and a tiger together. They're like 14 feet long. They're stupidly huge. Okay, this is a problem.
Will be ending soon.
So you just got the best RPG player. Let's see that. As I came from a chat where some idiot was telling everyone how he's the best RPG player because he played many obscure RPGs like Grandia. That's not really obscure. He's also a martial artist. Has gotten over 30 fights. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. It's contrary to what they teach in martial arts. Anyway, how am I? I'm doing fine. Well, I've been in lots of fights too, but that's called going to public school in Missouri. So that's just like walking and breathing.
All targets eliminated. Boss, you were like a man possessed. The guerrilla's offensive is still in progress.
I don't care, my mission's done. I'm out of here. But yeah, like, Grandia is not an obscure RPG, so, yeah.
Damn it. Soviet reinforcements incoming. Tanks and a gunship. And you're the target. Looks like we pushed the Soviets a little too far. Boss, those Soviets are a threat to the guerrillas. You can bet there'd be a bonus in it if you take them out. That said, the mission objectives are complete, so you can leave the area if you want. Your choice, boss. Arriving shortly at LZ.
The map has been updated.
Smell you guys later, I'm out. Woohoo! Yeah, I got rocked on this mission. Well, it was funny, especially because, like, at the time, like, I was doing martial arts a lot, and in the place I was, like, the karate place I was at, when you got to brown belt, you started teaching class in anticipation of you possibly becoming a black belt and possibly opening your own dojo. So, the guys from school would come and see me teaching class every once in a while. They knew it full well what I was capable of, but in their minds, they're like, I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. And it's just like, it never went well for them. Every single time they try to start a fight, and I just, like, basically take them right down. Yep. Haven't got any zebras this stream, unfortunately. I've been doing mostly side ops. I got a jackal and a iblis, a rare bird needed to basically develop wormholes and stuff. Go figure. Also got an AI pod that has Dr. Strangelove's corpse in it, and we found that Huey's a murderer. So we're just waiting to see, finally kick him off the base. So I think the wormhole should be developed pretty soon.
Side ops list
I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off. But it
Probably has to do with that psychotic Eli we're keeping around.
The intel team's looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident.
Was it using, like, punching both hands at the same time? Because, I mean, no one would expect that.
Has been severely punished. But ever since,
So your boxing match, expect one punch to come after the other, just punch both at the same time. Catch them off guard.
I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even...
Oh, you did the very... It's a style I'm aware of. It's called, you know, face-to-fist style, where you hit them as hard as you can in their fist with your face. It's very rare. I mean, depending on how good your skill is, but I mean, it's nothing you really recommend to do. It's very tricky. Many years of practice is required.
If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago.
How he blew up in the helicopter crash.
Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Unit dispatched.
It's like, Kaz, we gotta have a talk about your paranoia, dude. We have, like, counselors on staff. You should probably start talking to them. Work through your issues.
Unit dispatched.
Yes, I mean, the only thing is I may have brained my damage, but I'm pretty sure that never happened. Alright, let's go land on the base and get cleaned up.
A landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Well, you know what I do. It's like, when they ask me to mock battle, I just slam them on the ground. That's how you show you're a good leader. It's Management 101. Give everybody skull fractures, broken vertebrae. Love me! I'm the best boss ever! No witnesses. You saw nothing. Boss is like, I have a good enough, medical plan. It's covered. Cause is like, boss, why do we have to keep doing back surgeries and skull fracture repair? I just want to get Huey exiled before I end the stream. And also, I think my wormhole should be just about finished developing. If it isn't already. Development. You're welcome.
Please specify a project.
Wormhole 39 minutes? Oh, good lord. Why? I want my wormhole now. Wormhole is so awesome. I think it did at one point. There actually is one. It's the... I got it a little earlier. It's the JOD arm, which is a reference to Zone of Vendors.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Okay, so I need to do the Escape Children missions. Anything that's in yellow is important to the story. So you gotta keep that moving forward, so... That's what's I'm gonna do right now. Yes, this game, unfortunately, is kind of light on other Kojima game references, really, outside of just like the previous games, which it does kind of reference. But there is the Arm of JOD, which is basically what your mech was called in Zone of Vendors. That's like the big thing there. It's like a teleportation arm. You can grab people like from a little bit away, and it puts them instantly to a CQC hold. So where are the mission
Please
lists?
select a mission.
Extraordinary. That's a mission. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Noise suppression specialist. Yes, please. That allows you to develop basically certain guns that have suppressors that do not wear out. Mission 38. So I'm taking a look at a video real quick just to see where this person might possibly be at. Oh, he's in that hut. Okay, cool.
Boss, we need you to get back a film canister one of our informants hid in the field. He was working under my orders to investigate the extraordinaries that showed up in Cyprus. The man on fire and the floating boy that keeps showing up where they're not welcome. Apparently they were the subjects of some top-secret research conducted by the Kremlin. Unfortunately, that meant our informant drew the attention of the KGB's Directorate S, and they took him out before we could make contact. The good news is he placed a report in a film canister and hid it somewhere in Spookmate Keep. Just before he died, he transmitted VI of the hiding place to us, but the data was cut off partway through. The image is far from clear, but it might provide the clue you need. We'll be analyzing the data further to try to clear it up, but for now, get to Spookmate Keep. The KGB have already dispatched a Spetsnaz squad to retrieve that film canister and cover the whole thing up.
Got it, don't care. Alright, so, buddy, going to take the walker. Actually, no, we're going to take my awesome best friend in the world, Quiet. We'll make her silver, because it amuses me. Now we'll put it back to normal. Let's see, equipment, primary, stealth, more stealth. Support weapons, that's fine. Don't need tank mines. Don't need that, but let's take stun grenades just in case. Stun grenades are pretty helpful. And night vision goggles in case I hit a wonderful little sandstorm. Ah, the Borg weapon? Actually have them locked up in my human zoo, aka the quarantine platform. So they don't come back. They were just in that one mission where you get in a sniper battle trying to get Code Talker, and that's it. So I went back, I played it again because I needed to get a blueprint to get Quiet a 50 cal sniper rifle. Pardon me, and I was able to extract them out. So I have a quarantine platform, so I have skulls locked up there, and there's like 2 girls in a cage. So I have a zoo for animals and a zoo for people. Vehicle. Oh yeah, it's tricky, especially when you play it on higher difficulty. I think there's a way. I think it's another one that repeats, so you can do it again on a higher difficulty level. So you don't have like reaction times or anything. It's even harder. Quiet is ridiculously. She's not ridiculously hard, but she is a lot harder. You can do her battle with like no reflex mode, and she just, as soon as she sees you, she shoots. So you gotta be like super fast to pop up to get her to waste a shot and then tag her with your gun yourself. Because you can't do, because when you fight her again, you can't do supply drops to drop on her head and knock her out. So there's no airstrikes, there's no supply drops, nothing of that. You have to hit her with a gun.
Before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data, but there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Spookmate Keep. It's the spookiest of all places. Alright, so I'm going to have Quiet go and check that out. And we're going to head up over here. Where is my Jeep? Oh, I'm okay. I should be in a lot of pain, but I'm okay.
The map has been updated.
Oh, crap. Yeah, like anytime you got people in riot suits, it's like it's not a good time. Stay down.
Roger that.
Okay, who's angry shooting at me?
Analysis complete.
Okay, that did not work out well. Okay, so, yeah, so the riot suits threw me off because they're not supposed to be there because I did a mission that was successful to get rid of them. The game has decided, screw you, we're going to put one in to screw you up.
Spook may keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy
Enemy
does.
presence detected. Analysis. The map has been updated.
There goes your little Spetsnaz detail.
Please select a strike or strike requested.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. Strike will commence shortly. Guard
He's coming
post
too.
captured.
Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, so I thought the guy was over here. I was wrong. Not a surprise.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated our... The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Ah, okay. I'm at the completely wrong area. Naturally.
Marker removed.
So let's get... supply drop.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Well, the good thing is I already took out the KGB guys, so I don't have to worry about them going and finding my, like, the stuff I need first, so that was kind of handy. So it was an accident, but cut them off at the pass, saved me a little bit more effort. So, can I pick up items by driving over them? Let's find out. Yes, I can. Neat.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Ooh, troublemaker, I will not be picking you up. say that's not our post is not captured just yet. No, stop it. Do not touch him. There.
Guard post captured.
Now it's been secured.
Analysis complete.
Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your eyes.
Because you're a troublemaker and I hate troublemakers, you die.
Leave the rest to us.
Ooh, carrot.
Analysis complete.
Troublemakers cause lots of problems, as in, well, naturally they're troublemakers, but they can make people sick, like because they don't wash or bathe or wipe properly, or they can cause fights and injure staff. So that means that people end up in the sick bay, and then the troublemaker ends up in the brig, so nobody can be deployed like that. So if they're sick in the sick bay or the brig, you can't deploy them out in the field, they are useless. So I don't even bother keeping them around at all. I just, as soon as they show up in my, like I'm able to fire them, like if I recruit them by accident and they show up, I just instantly fire them. Because if you're supposed to be like, if you have a diplomat in your unit, every one diplomat for one troublemaker is supposed to even each other out, but it doesn't seem that way. I mean, because like, especially the unsanitary ones, they still go and make people sick. So I don't even deal with them at all, I just get rid of them. Start drifting this crummy Jeep. Really? Let's see, where is everybody? Oh, good.
Please select a strike point. Strike requested. Strike will commence shortly.
Okay, let's do it the hard way then.
Please select a strike point. Strike requested. Strike will commence shortly.
What?
Boss, the target's been destroyed.
Mission failed.
Oh, how nice. Equip the chicken hat. You suck. No. So basically what it is, that enemies take longer to detect you. They, like, if you can run in front of them, they may not even see you at all, up to 3 times. That limits you to, like, an A rank mission. You can't get S or above.
Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your iDroid.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
So apparently there's somebody in here I need to
Supply
Rescue?
drop complete. Please select a strike point. Strike requested.
Wow, so this is bad. I might have to redo the entire mission.
Boss, the target's been destroyed.
Mission failed.
Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's
Please
hiding
select
place
a
should be
strike
clear as
point.
day.
Strike
Check your eyes,
requested.
droid.
Fire at will.
Strike will commence shortly. You have arrived at your destination.
Get off. Good lord. No, get off.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Go. Damn it, game. The same button to extract is the same one that makes you jump up.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That was on this pillar. Guess not. I guess it's one of the back pillars.
You gotta extract him.
All right.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, this is taking me out because I can't figure it out where it's at. So I'm seeing the arches like that. Maybe it's over here in this view. Okay, so you got the arch. It's like, did it move it or not? Because I've been through like every single freaking possibility for like all these posts here. There it is. It's like I've already been here before. The game's just like, nope.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
Finally, come on.
Support helicopter requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Riding shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Alright, so I'm not sure if this is going to trigger Huey's exile yet or not. If it doesn't, I don't care. I'm going to be quitting anyway. It's getting late for me and I'm out of paying bills for today.
Exfiltrated hot zone.
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Yeah, if it doesn't trigger at this time when I go back to Mother Base, then it means I have to do the 2 kids mission, so tomorrow it'll finally happen.
Arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. I guess it all worked. Boss, I have a quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform. It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No
Oh god, yeah, that's right.
So the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
Ah, yes. So this has to happen first. For me.
Please select a landing.
Not good things.
Heading to Mother Base.
Oh, and also they add to the list of Huey's crimes, he causes an outbreak again of the parasite. two of them. Hee hee. Alright. And away I go. Interesting. Not supposed to be doing that. Okay, alright. Stop. OBS. I need you to behave. Alright. OBS is acting funny. Perfect. Just when I'm going to be stopping the stream anyway, so no biggie. Okay. So let's wrap this up. So we've reached the end of the stream for today. Thanks for hanging out. Friendly Tiger, Nimix, T. Wallace. Also we had Finesse Godlity show up as well. Hello. And Dubbaroo stopped by too. So you guys are all awesome. Thanks for dropping in. I will be back again streaming tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As per my usual spiel, if you don't know when that is, just type it into Google and it will tell you what time it is for wherever you are in the world. I'll be back streaming again tomorrow, and should hopefully, I think should be able to beat Metal Gear Solid 5, get it finally wrapped up and in the can. We're actually not too far from the end. I just need to go pick up the kids, listen to a couple different tapes. I think like 1 or 2 missions is going to trigger a massacre basically inside the quarantine platform, and then I got to exile Huey, and then like 1 more mission after that. So probably about 2.5, 3 hours it should hopefully all be done. I have been feeling pretty tired lately, so if you follow me at Wurzel555 on Twitter, you'll see, of course, that, you know, if I'm going to be streaming, I'll be posting up there ahead of time, or if I need to cancel. Like I said, I was actually canceled today, but if something comes up, you always hear about it there first. So thanks for hanging out, and I saw that you synced the video. Yep, I did. Changed the end picture there. It doesn't really sync exactly because it still has a pause when it turns off, but it's close enough. It was a good suggestion, so I finally got around to doing it. So I will see you guys all later, guys, gals, whoever you are, later, and hopefully tomorrow. Let's roll out that delicious ending video, shall we?
9 years ago, their private army was decimated by a secret organization. These men promptly escaped to a new base off the coast of Africa. Today, still hunted by XOF, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can fight them, maybe you can hire the D-Dogs.